had to spend Venmo stash. Too many ways for you to run my cash.
Check reparation, 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 check reparation.
Well, if you talking compensation, it's about that time. You get everybody.
Blessed risings, good afternoon, or good evening, depending on where in the world you are tapping in from. You got to keep in mind that Keep It P podcast is a global show, and today we will be discussing California hostage shooting suspect sought in other crime. We'll be discussing that and more when we return from these brief messages on this episode of PCP Gone Wild. Welcome back. This is the Keep It P podcast where we take news, situations, and everyday occurrences and we show how one could or cannot be keeping it P. This is off the AP News Wire from Roseville, California. See the title obviously on the screen. The gunman who shot a California Highway Patrol officer and two hostages, killing one in a public park, was initially wanted for questioning in connection with a freeway shooting, police said Friday. The violence unfolded Thursday afternoon as CHP officers tried to serve a search warrant on Eric Abril in Roseville, while families played nearby at baseball fields and children attended camp. This gentleman's can't really call him gentleman. This dirty dog's photo will definitely be plastered all over the thumbnail, so be sure to check that out. It goes on to say, amid the chaos, Abril took two hostages identified Friday as a married couple in the city of about 150,000 northeast of Sacramento. You know, shout out J Lava, where all them ninjas live, of course. Hello, McFlizzle. Not trying to tell you what to think, trying to show you how to think. James MacEgan was killed. Cole Medina, man. Cole Medina, you didn't have to do the old guy like that. I believe they said he was 72 or what have you. James MacEgan was killed in the shooting and his spouse was injured, Roseville police said. The injured CHP officer, whose name was also not disclosed, has since been released from medical care. Abril, however, remained hospitalized Friday with a gunshot wound. Roseville police said, although investigators believe Abril was the gunman in an earlier freeway shooting in Sacramento County, CHP officer Ricardo Ortiz said Friday that there was no warrant out for Abril's arrest. At the time, the officers only had search warrants for his home and car. Ortiz said they just planned to question him on Thursday. Ortiz did not have details about the freeway shooting, such as when and where it occurred. Ortiz also said he did not know how the CHP officers found Abril near the suburban Mahoney Park and why they approached him while families and children were close by. The loss of life is, of course, a tragedy, Ortiz said Friday. I can't speak on behalf of the officers that were there and went through the situation and why they did what they did. That's not something I can comment on. Look, fam he was throwing them underneath the bus. The reporter smelt blood and was going in. He caught himself. And came back after the potential fumble. Ortiz also said he did not know how the CHP officers found Abril. We don't even know how they found cuz. Insinuations of inappropriateness, huh? Like they gained the whereabouts illicitly, huh? Through dirty and dusty slimeball channels. So you don't even know how they found Abril, the Buster Brown, the assailant, the thug, the murderer, and why they approached him. I don't know why they would even approach this murderer while families and children were close. I don't even know why he would do that. But the loss of life is of course a tragedy because you was riding with him. But I can't speak on the other officers though, because they could have seen something I didn't see because I wasn't there. So they could have had reasons for just busting out and shooting. Now, was this park where you was shooting and busting out and busting loose? Is this a park full of black people, black children running around playing, just having a good old time, and then y'all decide to open fire? The murderer wasn't even shooting, huh? And so y'all just decided to Rambo the situation and decided we're going to practice anti-black racism. And that is what we learned here today, boys and girls. And I will not hold you. I am not going to hold you. But I'm going to mold you, fold you, and scold you about being off code. And I'm going to leave you with a couple words here that we always do, and it's 4 of them. And that's love, peace. Sometimes you need this piece to get this piece. Blessings and aloha. Gotta go high, out the door high. Big brother, light, bright, supreme, almighty, and the place to be. And I'm out of here.